Hello everyone, my name is Santi Ocariz. I'm going to be making some technique videos. I've had a lot of requests from people, specific little technique tips, and I think this is the best way to reach everyone. A little bit of my background: I skied for University of Wisconsin Green Bay, and then I continued skiing after college for the CXC team, and then for XC Oregon for a year. And fortunately, through all those years, I was able to work with a lot of top coaches, the U.S. coaches, and actually some top world athletes, some top athletes in the world as well. And a lot of this information I've gathered from elite coaches and World Cup skiers. So it's not just something I'm making up. I've gotten it from good sources. Unfortunately, in this country, it's hard to get good sources. We don't have a lot of proficient technique skiers. We have a lot of skiers, but it's not like Norway or Sweden, where you can just jump in behind a World Cup champion and watch their technique and get pointers from them. And there's a lot of misinformation out there. So what I'm going to try to do is quickly provide some of the highlights, the most important things for technique, what that looks like, a few things to avoid as well. And with all these things that we're going to be working on, a great thing to do is to either have someone videotape yourself or do it in front of a mirror, because oftentimes what we think we're doing is not actually what we're doing. So a mirror or videotaping provides us immediate feedback, so we can correct that. So this is for all those people that have had questions, and for a few of the high school teams, and I'll do my best to do it quickly and provide the most important information. So the most important thing with skiing is body position, being in the right body position. And oftentimes people are always saying, oh, rotate the hips, make sure you rotate the hips. Well, what is that? So rotating the hips is, oftentimes we see this seated position, people skiing down the trail like this. This is wrong. This is putting a ton of force on, stress on the quad muscles here. What we want to do is we want to rotate those hips forward. So rotating them forward. How do we do that? So we're tightening the glutes in the back here and tightening the abdomen muscles. And that rotates the hip forward, and then we have an ankle flex right here. So if you think about it, something that will automatically put you in this position is, think of someone who's throwing a basketball at you at the stomach. All of a sudden it's like, oh, you gotta tighten up your stomach, right? And naturally you kind of tighten up the glutes back here, and it pushes your hips from this position to this position forward. And then we want to have our weight forward and on top of our ankle. Flexed ankle, you can see the angle at my ankle there. You shouldn't be able to see your toe. If you're flexing your knee over your ankle, you won't be able to see your toe. And this is the position we're going to be skiing in. We're going to try to keep it that way. You can see I'm crunching, but I'm not falling back like this. We're not doing this. I'm doing this. I'm crunching and flexing at the ankle and keeping those hips rotated forward. So now I'm going to give an example of how we do that in the classic technique, getting our hips forward in the right position here. Right? So it's the same for skating and for classic, the body position. For skating, we're going side to side. Classic, it's like this, right? But it's still that same position. We're still going to be with that flexed ankle, the knee over the toe, the hip rotated forward, not here, but rotated forward, squeezing the glute and squeezing the ab right above here. And this is that forward stance, and then we fall forward on that. What it'll end up looking like with pulls is that same position, forward, and when we're striding, we're leaning forward and falling forward. And because I'm in the right body position, all my weight is falling forward, and I'm being very efficient. I'm not stressing out the quad too much. The same with skating. We're going from side to side, but we're staying with the hips rotated forward.